The idea of having a chronic illness can feel very daunting. It can feel very limited. And when you're first, confronted with the reality or idea of it, it can feel very scary. I'm a very stubborn human being and a bit defiant, and I have not allowed it to limit my life. I have traveled the world much of the time on my own, and so when you're living out of a backpack, you're pretty limited in what you can carry, and half of my bag was medical supplies at all times. My name is Stephanie Harmelin. I am 32 years old. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in the fall of 1994 when I was 12. A chronic condition, as you don't outgrow it, and there's currently no cure. What happens when someone develops type 1 is it's an autoimmune disease. So the immune system actually attacks the cells within the pancreas that produce insulin. Insulin is what your body utilizes to allow the sugar in the foods you eat to enter your cells to be used as energy, almost like pouring gas into the backseat of your car. You've got gas, but it's not getting into the systems that it needs, so you're running out of fuel even if you keep eating. When you need to test your blood sugar, prick your finger, or really I prick my finger, but you can get blood from any body part, and then you put it on a little strip that goes into a meter and it reads it for you. One of the reactions that bothers me the most, I don't mind if people are bothered by blood, I understand that. And so I do try to be mindful when I can of not testing my blood sugar in front of someone who I know is going to be uncomfortable, but sometimes you just have to. I strongly dislike when people say things like, I could never do that, I'm too afraid of needles. It's a really stupid thing to say to a diabetic. We don't have an option, and if you were diagnosed with diabetes or any other disease that requires the use of needles, you would get over that fear pretty quickly. My parents are, the ultimate troopers. As far as dealing with my own illness, they have worked hard to strike that balance between caring and supportive and helpful and allowing me to have some independence because of the age that I was when I was diagnosed, right on that cusp of adolescence. I always said that I could have regressed back easily and been the sick kid who they took care of, or I stepped up, and I stepped up very quickly, and they allowed me to do that. And so I stress to people and advise them not to be afraid of it, to face it head on, be realistic about what it means for you, and then figure out how to make it work into your life.